I never went out of my way to purchase this 360 degree laser level by DeWalt. The only reason I have this in my toolbox is because I bought a massive $6,500 combo kit of DeWalt tools from Sydney Tools a while back, and this is in the box. And I opened it, had a look at it, it's a cool looking tool, and I thought I'm not going to use it that often. There might be a few jobs here and there where I can use it, but every day I'm not going to get much use out of it. I was so wrong. I've never been as wrong about a tool before in my life. That week we're doing a demo, had to get some lines on the ceiling for plaster. I had my lines on the ground with 2 pencil lines and got that laser level out straight away, lined it up with my lines and had that green line on the roof where I had to cut it. Next week I was trying to level some windows across a 10-meter room, trying to get them all exactly the same so it looks nice and straight from outside. You bet it, laser level once again. And right now with the current job I'm working on, we're building internal walls in between 2 concrete slabs, and you can imagine how easy this is right now. All I have to do is chalk line all of my walls on the ground, run my laser line straight down those chalk lines, and it's going to plumb that up and have a nice green vibrant line on the roof for us to connect our top plates to. And once they're up, throw those studs in, save so much time, resulting in so much more money made. So the laser level comes in a T-stack box, and if we have a look inside, we've got all the little component slots for it to be nicely stored away. It comes with the laser level itself, a 12 volt 2 amp battery, some green safety glasses, a laser line detector, a charger for your battery, and also a magnetic clamp to hold it up against surfaces. So the product code for this is the DCE089D1G. As you can already see, it shoots green laser lines, which is 4 times more detectable by the human eye than red laser lines. So it's a lot easier to see when you're not using a detector. This whole kit here costs $689 AUD. Obviously you can see from our small battery, it is a 12 volt battery powering this. It's only 2 amps, so it's a really small battery. It doesn't have much charge in it, but it doesn't require a lot of charge to use. I've used this laser level quite a few times for long periods of time as well, and I've only charged this battery once or twice in the entire time of having it. You got this on and off switch at the front here, and when it's off you can see all your laser lines. They're all very firm, stiff, and they're not moving freely. As soon as you flick it on, it's all going to start self-leveling, so it's not a great idea to flick it on while holding it. You want it to be in a flat level surface so you don't decalibrate the machine. If I flick the switch on, you'll see this top laser level itself straight away. There you go, you can see it bubbling, and now if I move it around a little bit, you can see that's moving to stay level. I'm turning it off, and now if I move it, it's completely still. It's not going to move around, which means that once this is turned off, you can freely move it around. The lines have a 30-meter range with the naked eye and 60-meter range when you're using the detector. Obviously being said, a lot of factors are going to influence that. This has been awesome while using in dark conditions, especially indoors. Right now I'll turn it on and you'll be able to see that green line behind me on a white surface. This is outside, it's a bit bright by here, you can see by the lighting hitting me on one side. It's bright daylight and you can see that line, like that's 2 meters away, so it's quite close. Inside, I definitely agree, it can go up to 30 meters. Outside, not at all. You'll struggle on bright summery days just to get up to 10 meters with it. You do have the detector, which works for 60 meters on good conditions, but if it's a very bright day, depending on how bright it is, you might only get 20 meters, 30 meters. It's got a lot to depend with how bright it is outside. It does have a thread in the bottom of it too, so you can mount it and connect it to a tripod. I myself need to get one. I've had a lot of dodgy setups, just stacking all these toolboxes and even window packers to get to the perfect height. Another very handy thing is it's got a very strong magnet on the side, so you can put it against steel columns and it holds like anything. We'll see here, this is a clamp that you can attach it to, and it joins just by magnet. And if I clamp these together, you will see how strong that joint is. I can hold it, even shake it, and I'm not even considering that's going to fall off. If I want to separate these two, it's actually a fair bit of a push, because you can see it, they really pull themselves together quite easily. It's a very strong magnet, which is what you want to have when you've got such a valuable tool like this. This tool weighs 4.3 kilograms, which is very light. It's not much of a factor that you have to worry about because it's not a tool you'll be lugging around all day. You'll just set it up and leave it. With the battery, it's about another 1 kilo, which gets you just above the 5 kilogram range. Also, you might have seen me playing around with it. This does swivel completely around on its mount. So if you do have it clamped onto a steel column, obviously you can move it and adjust where the laser lines are going to be pointing. The lines are accurate up to 3mm, and that goes for up to 10 meters away. DeWalt don't specify what happens after that 10 meter range, if that the lines do get a little bit more inaccurate, but it does say in the specifications of the tool that they're up to 3mm accurate at 10 meter. And I think a lot of that has to do with the line being about 3mm thick. Overall, I've been very happy with using this tool for indoor use. It has served to be quite useful doing outdoor use. I've used it for a few whaling plates and doing subfloors, but I did get to the point that I needed to use the detector to see it. I couldn't actually see that solid green line, and if I did, I was kind of squinting kind of hard to see it. And this is on a very bright and sunny day though. I wouldn't be using it too many times outdoors unless the weather conditions are perfect and it's not very bright. The lines are going to be a bit of a struggle to see. You do have your detector, which does pick up the lines very well. As you can see there, right in the middle of that detector, it picks up that line extremely brightly. And obviously in an environment like this, you can see those very bright green, easy to see lines just illuminating around everywhere. I think this tool is a brilliant tool, especially if you are doing a few jobs indoors, even like the ones I mentioned earlier at the start of this video that I've done. It's saved so much time, it is ridiculous. It's made me so much more money on these jobs, it is just ridiculous. I've got so much love and appreciation for this laser level.